Coming up on this week's edition of NCBA's Cattlemen to Cattlemen.
We're highlighting some of the exhibitors from the NCBA trade show in Orlando. You'll learn about some of the latest products and services that are sure to improve your operations efficiency, productivity, and profitability.
And now, NCBA's Cattlemen to Cattlemen.
Hello and welcome to NCBA's Cattlemen to Cattlemen. I'm Kate Maher. Thanks for spending some time with us. Each year, the NCBA trade show, which is held in conjunction with CattleCon, offers attendees a chance to find the right product or service to solve any problem on their farm or ranch. We stopped by several of the exhibitors to find out more about the latest technology and equipment available to beef producers.
As producers, we're all looking for opportunities to add value to our calves. And with me today is somebody who can tell us more about just that. Ted Perry, you're the Director of Technical Solutions for Purina. And we're here to talk about your Wind and Rain Mineral Value-Added program today. Tell us a little bit about the program and specifically the partnership you have with a number of auction companies.
Sure, Kevin. Thanks for having me on. Several years ago, as we go around the country and talk about mineral programs, we actually had order buyers and feedlots ask us, is there a way to identify which herds have been on a complete mineral program? And so we asked more questions, right? This is interesting. What they know is if the cow herd is on a good mineral program, that calf is always on a good mineral program. They've gotten better colostrum and they've got a more robust immune system. So if I'm getting newly arrived calves, if that calf has an active immune system, he's got a fighting chance. So what we've done is we've taken this program and we've started. It's called the Wind and Rain Value-Added Kit program, just like you said, and it identifies herds that are on a year-round mineral program.
Okay.
And we work with the dealers, and the producers can sign up through their dealers, and the requirements are very simple. If the cows have had 2 bags of mineral per cow or 1 mineral tub per 2 cows, and they're on a consistent mineral program year round, then they're eligible for the program. And then the dealer signs it and the producer signs it, and then that certificate follows them through the auction mart. We developed a partnership. The first partnership that we developed with Superior.
Yes.
And with the Superior auctions last year, they marketed over 21,000 head of cattle, which we're really happy with. We'd like to grow that probably 3 times more this year. With lots of places that are having lots of interest. But we're really happy that enough producers and the buyers are responding, that they understand that these mineral program calves have a better immune system.
Yeah. So tell us a little bit about some of the 2023 results you've seen.
Like I said, with Superior is the big one.
Sure.
21,000 head. But we've had different producers all over the country go through the sale barn, and it's literally chicken and egg. They talk to the sale barn calls us. The interesting thing is there hasn't been a marketing facility that didn't understand, because markets all have cattle,
Sure.
and a lot of times they come away with, that's a really good idea, which always makes you feel good on how it goes.
Well, and the more expensive these calves are, the more important it is
sure.
to be buying a calf that,
Sure.
that again, is ready to perform in the feed yard. One last question, how does this work with your other programs within Purina?
We also have the Purina Plus program.
Yes.
Which is the works with the VAC 45-day program. With Purina Plus, if you're working with, if have your calves in the VAC 45-day program, we're the nutrition component on top to really get those calves ready to go. And what we're seeing is a lot of the producers that are on a good mineral program, they're looking to further add value to their calves, and those calves fit very well into the next program. But that's how they build together.
Your Wind and Rain product is a wonderful product. I know it myself and use it myself. Thank you so much for coming and sharing so much about this exciting new way to add value to calves.
And thanks for having us.
And if you'd like to learn more about the Purina Wind and Rain Value-Added program, just head to their website. That's purinamills.com.
Well, water is certainly the lifeline of agriculture, and that definitely includes the livestock industry. And one of the experts helping to deliver this valuable lifeline is RanchBot. And joining us from RanchBot is Andrew Coppin. And we had the opportunity to meet with Andrew at last year's CattleCon in New Orleans, and we're back again for this year's. But a lot has changed in the past 12 months or so because you have a brand new product you've been visiting with cattle producers about. Tell us more.
Yeah, absolutely, Russell. Well, great to see you again, and it's great to be here at CattleCon. So yeah, I mean, the business has continued to grow. We're helping more and more ranchers across America manage their water for livestock. As we all know, it's critical. It's the one job that ranchers have to do every week. To keep an eye on their water, and it's just an incredible amount of cost and time consumed driving to check water that, 95% of the time doesn't need checking, but the 5% of times that it does, it's critical. So what we've learned over the last few years as we're developing our product is, a lot of producers have water just going from the well to the trough. And so where our core RanchBot device is really for monitoring water storage, our new trough product allows them to monitor the trough and the drinkers where the cattle are actually drinking.
Well, and you were telling me that this really does complement already existing RanchBot products that we talked about before.
Yeah, that's correct. This new device can talk back to the RanchBot device. In fact, you can have 10 of these talking to one RanchBot. So typically what we see is ranchers putting a RanchBot in the middle of their ranch or up high on a hill, and then they can monitor all of the water troughs and drinkers across the property through the one device, and obviously it reports to our platform, and they can see the aggregate supply and demand of the water, make sure when the cattle are there that there's always sufficient water. And of course, as we all know, cattle like to get in troughs and knock off floats and do other things. And when they get up to mischief, this is going to send you a text message or an email and say, hey, Russell, there's a problem down here. Best you get down and fix it up.
Well, and that's what I was going to say. I mean, all of what we've been talking about is delivered back to that platform, which of course producers can easily access and track on any one of their smart devices.
That's right. Our My RanchBot platform allows them to report on their water levels in their storage, on their troughs throughout this product. We have rainfall recordings, cameras, and a whole range of water pressure, water flow, and a range of other products coming to RanchBot in the USA over the coming years that are all about optimizing your resources and your time on the ranch so that you can do more important jobs around the ranch, like, get a better sale price or get better genetics or maybe just spend more time with the family.
Hey, before we let you go, I mean, you shared some other pretty big news with me. You said to further your commitment to U.S. beef cattle producers here in America, you're actually moving production, you're moving kind of headquarters to the Texas area, as I understand.
That's correct, Russell. RanchBot is now built in Dallas, Texas, and we're part of the Go Texan program. And we're building our team. We're opening an office in Fort Worth now, and there's some great people there, and it's obviously the gateway to West Texas where there's a lot of customers for us. But we're now in about 15 states around the US, and the business is going great, and it's just a privilege to be able to work with ranchers and help them run a better, more profitable and productive business.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, thank you for giving us some of your time to share all of this exciting news that's going on at RanchBot, and we certainly thank them for their commitment to the U.S. beef cattle industry. Again, for more details, one of the best tools out there is their website, and you can jump online and visit them at ranch-bot.com.
After the break, we've got a look at more products and technologies that can make beef production more efficient on your farm or ranch. Stay with us.
Weeds will rob me of my investments. The weeds are not palatable to cows. They will not eat them, or if they do eat them, some of them may be toxic. So there's a return on investment by allowing there to be more grass available to be grazed by the cattle.
cattle producers across the country work hard to care for their animals and their land. The USDA's Natural Resources Conservation Service is there to help. Find out how you can work with NRCS to develop a conservation plan for your operation. Find possible funding resources for implementing conservation practices, or get free expert advice on ways to improve your farm or ranch. Visit the website nrcs.usda.gov today.
Did you know you can get reimbursed for attending cattle industry educational events? The Rancher Resilience Grant helps cattle producers attend valuable programs such as Cattlemen's College and Stockmanship and Stewardship training sessions. Local, state, and national events qualify for the grant, and successful applicants can receive money back to help cover registration fees and hotel expenses. To apply for the Rancher Resilience Grant, go to ncba.org and click on the Producer tab.
There's no bigger headache than headaches with waters, and here with me today is someone who can address and alleviate some of those headaches. Jeff Miller with Ritchie Industries. Jeff, thanks for taking a couple of minutes to visit with us this morning. Yeah. Some of us have already had problems with waters this winter.
Yeah, we sure have. You know, and it's nice to know that our products, you know, keep the water from freezing, keep the cattle drinking for our customers, and yeah, it's been, in a couple of areas, it's been a really tough winter, but you know, they can count on Ritchie products, Ritchie waters, to keep their water from freezing and keep those cattle drinking.
It's not just about cold weather, though. I mean, I'm curious, how do Ritchie waters help address issues like heat stress and drought, flood, climate change, all the things we talk about in the beef industry?
Yeah, that's a great question. It's you know, our products, we deliver water, so it's not just supplying water. We're delivering it on demand. When the cattle drink off our water, they're automatically refilling. So, you know, we're using the resources properly and just using it for drinking. There's not a lot of evaporation. There's not a lot of waste. So, and that's really important in today's climate. And, you know, the sustainability buzzword has been around recently. But we like to think that our products, by their design, have been sustainable from the beginning. And we just, you know, it's just part of it that we've always built into our products. Everything from the way they're manufactured. There's very little waste in the way they're manufactured. We do rotomolding. Very little left over after we have put them together. Also, they're very long lasting. So they're not going into landfills. They're not, you know, we have customers that will tell us, you know, they've had their Ritchies for 20, 30, 40 years. So that's very satisfying to know that our products are out there for that kind of time period.
Yeah. But one thing that maybe folks don't often think about is its impact on soil health and even nutrient runoff. Right. So talk to us about some of the things you've engineered into your waters to address those problems.
Right. So again, you know, it's a self-contained unit. Yeah. So your cattle in place, you've got them placed in an area that is easy for your cattle to access. Yeah. They're not stomping through streams, you know, eroding creek banks, and then all the waste that goes along with that. Very little runoff, again, because it's all, you know, a self-contained water unit. So, you know, in the long term, that all adds up. All those little things have been engineered.
And let's be clear, you're no newcomers to this business. 103 years, is that right? What are some of the things you've learned over 103 years? Well,
first of all, dependability. Yeah. You know, that has always been our, you know, part of it. Make things long lasting. We also back up our products. We have a very robust warranty and then sales customer service team, very responsive to our distributors and to our customers. If they do need parts, they do need to, you know, check with us on, you know, everything from water pressures to, you know, parts and then replacement items. Sometimes things get worn out. We do have warranty claims, but we take care of them right away. We err on the side of the customer. So those things are all part of it. But, you know, it's basically, you know, to walk your talk and, you know, make sure that, you know, what you bought 20 years ago that you've used 24 hours, 7 days a week is we're going to have the parts for it, and it's going to still work. So
outstanding. Thank you so much for sharing those insights today.
Yep.
And if you're ready to find more efficient and effective ways to water your livestock, just head to richiefount.com.
Up next on Cattlemen to Cattlemen, you'll learn about some more cutting-edge products that are making a big difference in the beef industry. Stay with us.
CattleCon's headed to San Antonio, February 4th through 6th, 2025, where farmers and ranchers gather to shape our industry's future. Remember, if you ain't at the table, you might just be on the menu. Check out the latest in ranching at the Texas-sized NCBA trade show. Network, learn, and grow your operation. Don't miss this chance to steer the cattle biz in San Antonio, where the Alamo spirit lives on. Visit convention.ncba.org for details. CattleCon 2025, where the beef industry meets.
Join the National Cattlemen's Beef Association. There are big benefits to being a member. You'll get industry news in the National Cattlemen, email updates in the NCBA Beef Bulletin, plus discounts just for NCBA members. Join by calling 866-233-3872 or online at ncba.org.
It can be tough to keep up with all the issues that impact the beef cattle business. That's why NCBA's Cattlemen to Cattlemen is dedicated to bringing you valuable news, information, and education. The goal is to give you the knowledge you need to make the best decisions for your operation. So if you're looking for in-depth coverage of the beef industry and the issues that matter to you, don't miss Cattlemen to Cattlemen, debuting every week on RFD TV and on YouTube.
Well, there's always lots of exciting things happening in the U.S. beef cattle industry. One of them, an exciting new partnership between Micro Technologies and Elanco Animal Health. And joining us from Micro Technologies is Kirby Broad, and from Elanco Animal Health, Michael Genome. And Michael, let's start with you and talk about this exciting new partnership.
Well, thank you, Russell. It's a pleasure to be here with you and with Micro Technologies with Kirby to discuss this exciting new partnership that we formed with them. You know, this is a continuation of a collaboration that's been many years in the making between these two companies, where we've both brought our relative technical capabilities to bear to help solve a problem around sorting and optimizing endpoint management of cattle, and doing it in a way that will be real-time, chute side, and allow customers to implement it without having additional labor.
Well, absolutely. I mean, it truly is a big topic amongst producers. And Kirby, maybe take it a step further and let's talk about the benefits now of integrating AccuTrack and Pinpoint in that sorting process itself.
Yeah, so AccuTrack Sort is powered by Pinpoint. It is a hands-free on-chute technology that optimizes your sorting decision at the speed of processing. So your sort, you start it in AccuTrack and you finish it in AccuTrack. So that allows producers to use their current existing chute side setup, and it doesn't require them to get any extra hardware to do it. Also, since the integration between these two systems, it happens in the background. So your person at the computer, they don't have to sit there and man it while the sort decision is being made. They're free to go out and do like any other task they're responsible for during the process. It doesn't tie them up. Also, another benefit, like in the future, since we are integrated together, we're always trying to come up with new things. With AccuTrack, you have your individual animal data, so we have the potential to add new sorting features to sort off of your animal's history.
Well, and when time is money, Kirby, it sounds like this new partnership and combining both of these exciting technologies really help producers and, of course, the entire team maximize their time and manage their time better.
Correct. Yep. So the integration between AccuTrack and Pinpoint, it happens in real time. As I was saying, the sort decision is made in Pinpoint, and then it communicates to AccuTrack what that sort decision is. Because these two technologies are in constant communication with each other, if there's a problem in the ECM run, or the sort, say we have an issue with the hardware, we're going to alert the user, hey, you've got a problem and it's this. So then that allows the user to quickly resolve the issue and it minimizes their downtime.
Yeah, absolutely, Michael. Let's just kind of wrap up explaining a little bit, I guess, what the difference between Pinpoint Sort and AccuTrack Sort powered by the Pinpoint user experience really is.
So Pinpoint Sort is marketed and sold by Elanco Animal Health, and we have our own user interface, which would allow a customer to interact with sorting decisions, chute side, independent of any kind of feed yard management system. But as Kirby's mentioned, for customers who want a fully integrated solution, one that won't require duplicate inventory management or data entry, we have now a fully integrated solution, which is AccuTrack Sort. And so we will offer both choices to customers, depend on what their needs are.
Well, as I said at the top, it truly is some exciting news for cattle producers, and again, just one of the many highlights happening today within the U.S. beef cattle industry. Again, we've been talking about a new partnership between Micro Technologies and Elanco Animal Health. For more details, you can jump online and visit microtechnologies.com.
Still to come, we've got to look at more products and technologies that can make life easier on your farm or ranch. We'll be right back.
Handle feed, waste, and other materials on your operation with John Deere equipment. Weigh feed on the go with dynamic weighing. And move materials faster without spilling with the Level to Horizon feature on 6R tractors. Move and stack bales easily and clean up brush and debris with improved grapple work on 5 Series tractors. Get into tight spaces with skid steers and wheel loaders. And check calves, fences, and more with John Deere Gators. Ask your John Deere dealer to learn more.
If you're involved in transporting cattle, now is the time to get your Beef Quality Assurance Transportation Certification. This is a proven way to learn and adopt the best practices in animal care and transport, from the ranch to the feed yard to the processing facility. And it's important for everyone in every part of the beef cattle industry to do things right to show consumers we all care about beef quality. There are new BQA transportation training modules available online now. And best of all, it's free to become BQA Transportation Certified. It's the right thing to do for your business and for our beef industry. To find out more and to get your BQA Transportation Certification, visit the website bqa.org. The Beef Quality Assurance Program is funded by the Beef Checkoff.
There's nothing worse than water tanks that run over, creating a muddy mess. And with me now is somebody who can solve that problem, Bill Watson of Watson Float Valves in Nebraska. Bill, thanks for coming today. Tell us a little bit about the background of your company.
Well, we started out as a family welding machining shop, and sometimes people just bring to you different ideas that they're like, hey, can you make us something to help make this part better for us? And it just kind of rolled into it from that, and we've gotten where we are today based on that.
So how long have you been in this business? And tell folks where these things are actually made and manufactured.
As a welding shop, we've been in business well over 30 years now. The floats and the valves are just a little over 30 years that we've been making those and steadily making improvements. It's changed a little bit since then. And we're in Nebraska is where we're based out of, so it's a lot of farm and ranch territory there, so we get a lot of first-hand experience with that.
They're great products. I have a couple on my tire tanks, as we mentioned. I'm curious, tell folks what makes these really unique and different.
That they're still made out of steel, stainless steel, brass, aluminum, actual metal materials. There's so many valve manufacturers out there now that have gone to plastic and things that ice can kind of break them up, animals chewing on them, things like that, and we've stuck with the metal type products.
That makes a difference. And you and I were talking briefly before the show about some improvements you've made, even one of the arms that I was unaware of in my own system. But talk to folks about some of the improvements that have been driven by the needs of cattlemen.
Well, we still believe in hot dip galvanizing. It's galvanizing kind of gets a bad rap because if it just comes off as zinc plated, it's not necessarily as thick as hot dip galvanizing, but we still like our hot dip galvanized line. However, some areas really do need stainless steel, so we've really grown into the stainless steel end of things to help make better improvements on corrosion resistance.
And the other thing, depending on state regulations and so forth, there are some folks that have anti-siphon needs. Tell folks what that is and what you've done to accommodate that.
What that is instead of a valve actually being inside the tank, where if your well shuts off, the water could maybe siphon back in, the valve is actually above it. We call it an air gap. And so we have that option. If the water happens to shut off, there's no way it can siphon back in because the plumbing is not in contact with the water tank itself.
Well, thank you very much, Bill, for coming on the show and sharing with us a little insight about your float valves. And if you'd like more information about Watson float valves, you can go to watsonfloatvalve.com.
This was a look at a handful of the great companies you can find at the annual NCBA trade show. There's hundreds more that exhibit each year with products and services aimed at helping beef producers be more profitable. And it's not too early to start making plans to attend next year's event. CattleCon 25 is coming to San Antonio, Texas from February 4th to February 6th. Go to convention.ncba.org for all the details. That wraps up this week's edition of NCBA's Cattlemen to Cattlemen. Thanks so much for spending some of your time with us. We'll see you again next week, right here on RFD TV.